Starting a new workbench. This is the roughite plan. This is actually made out of the old material that was here. And you can see I'm just going to do a big square of 48 by 48 inches. And I'm going to have some other stuff left over. I already got the legs cut for 33. All right, change of plans. I forgot I had to add the wheel dimension, which is 3 3/4 inch. So these are all going to be cut down another 3 3/4, which is what this is for. And this is here to make my wood level for my stand holding it. And we're going to pocket hole these. All right, pocket holes are all drilled in the four ends. Got all the supplies together here. I'm going to be gluing and screwing the joints together. All right, all four corners are glued and screwed together. Straight on the gap with the legs, so that way you can carry the weight on both boards. All right, all four legs are on, screwed and glued in places there. Now the cross supports need to get put in. All right, that side's on, bolted and glued. Now I just gotta do the other side. Oh, I forgot to film, but I got all four legs on. I got the two side crosses on, and now I'm doing the other cross support. So now I have a nice good spot for the wheels to be mounted. All right, I got them marked out, and what I'm looking at is, because of the size of the holes, I can't use the construction screws, but I can use these that I found, which are actually roofing screws, but since there's really no weight on them other than just holding it in place, I think they'll be fine. All right, now I got 3 more to do. And you can see wheels are now on. Frame is built. Very sturdy. Now I just have to get the top put on, which is going to be 2 layers of 1/2 inch MDF across there. So I still may run 1 more across. All right, got the first layer tabletop on, but it's not lined up, so that way I can go ahead and get this cut. And you can see I actually came up with a way to hold this side of the board so that way it doesn't pinch for me. Since I have 1 layer that's damaged, I'm going to go ahead and I got a piece that I'm actually going to go and scab onto here, so that way it's solid underneath before I put the second layer on top. All right, now I'll test fit it. And that's going to work pretty well for that layer. Didn't show it, but there's actually, I did go ahead and screw the top down, and it is glued on the underside, holding this to the frame. Got a good layer of glue over top of the whole thing. Now to put the next layer on, right there. All right, top is screwed down and glued. Actually, around the edges, it's basically every 6 inches, and then into these, there are 1 foot increments around, just to make sure the glue all bonds nice and tightly. And just in case anyone is curious, you can see I'm pretty level that direction. I'll go that direction, and it's really close. I'm damn near dead on everything. I can only assume that the concrete is a little bit off on the floor. Now the next layer is going to go in here is a layer of hardy board, which is actually some stuff that I took off the wall before. You can see that it's actually damaged at that end, but I'm only going to be using the first 4 feet of it. All right, I forgot to show it, but I actually put adhesive on. It was some of this mastic adhesive that we already had on hand. And like I said, this hardy board stuff is actually from the renovation in the kitchen, which would be a different video. But other than that, you'll see that we have plenty of weight on top of here, and it's clamped, so that way it can cure, and it's going to sit like this for a couple days. And then I'll come back and cut the edges and trim everything up nice. All right, I forgot to show it, but I actually used this board and clamped it down across as kind of a straight edge for a temporary thing, and then just use the jigsaw and cut along it. All right, now we're gonna go around with the sander. I've got some 80 grit paper on it just to knock these edges and everything so they're even and flat. All right, got the thing all done. Edges are all sanded down nice and smooth. Still has an edge that I can actually be able to put clamps on to clamp my work material to it. And glue will not stick to this, so I can easily clean up. On a wheel, so it's portable. May end up doing more to add more hang tools and stuff on the edges, but that's all for now. And you see the fine particulate dust collection still going. But that's the quick, easy table.